Hey y'all, I just want to do that. I found that to be sexy. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Look, so Nikki just started to do her little Uber driving and whatnot, and Melissa is her first customer. You know, it wasn't a long skit, it was really, really short. So basically, she asked Nikki if she paid for it when she go on a trip with her. And she said, now don't be trying to get Mike to pay for nothing. She said, I'm not gonna get Mike to pay for nothing. But if I do go on a trip, will you go? Just say yes or no. She told me, yeah, I go. So now you finna take a trip to Punta Cana. You're not gonna tell Mike probably, and then you're gonna just show up. See, that's how mess gets started because you're doing it the wrong way, and you're gonna end up running the man out because now you're starting to get that old jealous streak, and that ain't gonna work out with Mike. Because he like to be fast and free. And then now you being toxic and messy. And speaking of being messy, Ernestine, okay, Amber came over to see Ernestine and her mom. So now you and her out there on the land, and you're telling her that you checked Candace. You ain't checked Candace. You asked her questions, but you ain't check her. You ain't check her. Don't make it seem like that you really was a showstopper. You asked her a question and the girl said she didn't know. She didn't know. So, Amber said, well, she said she didn't know something. Yeah, and I don't believe it. But it's the truth. She didn't know. And I bet you Amber's gonna ask Chase, and Chase gonna be like, yeah, I didn't tell her because I knew if I told her she wasn't gonna go. So yeah. And then what's her name? Natasha told Rolanda that she's not gonna work out with them no more because it seems like that, like she's a trigger for him, and it's everybody else he can manipulate with his charm and his looks and all that stuff, but he can't do that with me, so he don't like that. And so she said, Rolanda was like, you know what, I agree, but I just be wanting to just get out because nobody's at home. So that I just be wanting to live comfortably. She said, because see, you and Anthony, y'all on something else. And she was like, no, it's not like that. She said, but my thing is this. I don't understand why you won't help support Amber. And she was like, what do you mean? She was like he done told you a lot of stuff about what's going on with him. And that would help her case. And she's like, why would I want to help her like that? I don't even know her like that. She said, it's not about knowing her. It's about supporting another fellow woman that's going through something that you've gone through before. And she was like, well, no, I don't think I'll be doing that. And she was like, she said, but, you could just text me some stuff and I'll put it in the motions of discovery. And it'll be, she said, you her lawyer? He was like, no, I'm not a lawyer. But she can help Amber lawyer. And that's what Natasha is trying to do. So I know, Rolanda, you're going to go back and tell Tasha. You're going to go back and tell Anthony about what Natasha said. And you all for Anthony, so it is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, because even if you done already told Natasha enough, you think that she ain't going to tell that? Talk to y'all later.